Welcome back to another episode of our Not So Simple Lives podcast. And today, I don't know if you want to call this like a bonus episode because we were gonna like take a little break, but we're like, you know what? We have some fun like 2026 like predictions episodes we want to do. I don't know if they're like predictions or like wish lists or something.
Right. And let's
preface
preface
it.
Yeah, let's preface
Set the
why we're
scene.
taking a little break like on the pod. We're really trying to up our, short form content game on TikTok and maybe a little bit on Reels.
Yeah.
And we just posted our video where we went to go get we went on a coffee run and we jammed out the 2016 music.
Because that is so trending right now.
And we were actually kind of gagged at some of these songs that came on because we're like, it just like opened up that memory lane like moment. We're like, oh my god, wait, what? I totally forgot about that song.
I know.
And so if you haven't already seen that video, go check it out because now we're still with our Duncan.
We love a good cohesive moment.
And now we're just recording. That video was kind of a little chaotic and now we're kind of like, okay, now we're in our professional
era, other than the fact that this is a little bonus episode. So my cat is just out roaming and we thought he was sleeping, but he's not. So this might be a little chaotic. Anyways.
The cats are out.
The cat's out of the bag.
The cats are out. The cat's out of the bag. The coffee's flowing.
And we're just excited because it's Royal Rumble season, baby. And you already know every year, if you guys have listened to the podcast, we do a Royal Rumble episode. Sometimes we do little predictions episodes, but we're like, let's just do a little episode on it.
Yeah.
Let's do a little episode predicting what we think for the Women's Royal Rumble in 2026. First and foremost, I want to start by saying, I just hope it's a better match than last year.
Yeah.
Last year's Women's Royal Rumble was really, really rough.
Yeah.
Like it was, and I hate saying it because I just, usually before like in January, I'll rewatch all the women's rumbles and just like go down memory lane.
All of them?
Yeah, there's only been like 7 or 8. It's only since 2018.
That's true.
So I just like go down memory lane and just watch them. And there's like 2 that the 25 isn't that bad, but 2019 was so bad. I couldn't even like finish it. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Well, it's kind of funny because for everyone that's here, listening to this episode, I knew about WWE. My brother was like a big fan when he was younger. So I like knew of it, but I wasn't a fan. And then once I became friends with Eric, 2016, 10 years ago,
2016.
But we weren't like super close then. So I think maybe like 2017 or 2018, we were in a hotel and Eric.
No, it was when we were in California. It was 2021 or 2021, 2020 or 2021. 2021 because we were doing the podcast already.
I was like something like that. But I remember Eric, he was like, I'm having you watch the Royal Rumble. Like he like forced me to watch it. And we were in a hotel room and I like watched it. I was like, okay. But essentially you're just so into it that I've watched it enough where I'm like, okay, this is like interesting. And like for a minute, like I was watching it pretty consistently, but then I kind of like fell off that wagon. But I still pretty much keep up with like everything when the big events come up because obviously we report about it. And
we like to report on it, give our thoughts.
We give our reports about what's going on.
Yeah.
But that's just like a fun fact. If anyone didn't know, Eric like forced me to watch the Royal Rumble.
What were your like first thoughts when you were watching the Royal Rumble? Do you remember?
I just remember
what the fuck is going on?
I remember you told me like the rules, like how it all works and everything, but I literally didn't know anyone. And so I remember everyone that was coming in, I was giving them nicknames.
Mother Scorpio.
Who was that for again?
Shotzi.
She's wearing like all black and like
green hair.
I should have fucking named her Shigo.
I know.
But I gave a lot more nicknames, but I remember you were just cracking up because of me giving all these nicknames to people.
Yeah, no, it was so funny.
And so that's what I remember the most, but I think it made it fun. So where I was like, okay, like I like this. This is cool.
Well, it's like, it's always interesting when someone that doesn't really watch, I'm watching with them because there's certain characters that they'll resonate with. And I like seeing like the people that they resonate with and like why they resonate with them, because everyone has a different sort of like taste or favorite sort of wrestler that they're like, oh, I like connect with this character or this person because of this reason or because of this, or I like this about them. So it's always interesting to watch it with people that like don't really know much about it, you know?
Right.
But let's get into the Rumble this year. I think, and I know I said this last year, but I think this could be like a really, really good Royal Rumble match with like all of the names that are available to be in this year's Women's Royal Rumble. I think there's a lot of talent that could be in this match. It could make it really, really good, and a lot of cool little mini storylines, because that's what I felt like was lacking last year. I think the Rumble is really good when they have like those little moments of like little mini storylines or mini feuds happening. Not like Nia Jax eliminating 9 people. And I love Nia Jax. It's not Nia Jax slander. I love her. But like, I was like, dude, that was so annoying, you know?
Right.
So who are you most excited to see in the Rumble this year?
Who am I most excited to see?
Yeah.
Man.
Wait, really quick, grab that bag, because
Oh,
the cat just took one of them, but it was like not a cute color. Just bring it over here.
Oh, I see him with it.
So it's okay if he rips it up, because you know what? It's fine. It's like, look at him. He has it in his mouth. Oh my God, I wish
He's
you guys could
playing
see
with
this.
it. I'm done.
Okay. So who are you most excited to see in the Rumble this year?
So I think I'm most excited to see Liv Morgan.
Oh my God, I love her.
Just because I feel like she's had like a lot of big moments and she just returned. So I could totally see them having her win the Rumble again, because last year, I'm pretty sure it was last year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But Charlotte Flair had just came back from her injury that she was out for like, I don't know, almost a year or maybe
Yeah,
a
like
year.
a little more than a year.
And they literally had her win the Rumble.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. Is history going to repeat itself since Liv Morgan just made her debut back?
And a fun fact really quick about Liv Morgan and Natalya are the only 2 women that have competed in every single Women's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, I think if it's any time for her to like possibly win the Rumble, I feel like it's right now.
And that's so funny you should say that, because she's actually the favorite to win right now.
See, I see, and I don't follow any of that news
Yeah.
stuff. Like, that's just me, like, from main events, seeing things that are happening. Like, she just made her return. She's, I think, back with Dominic now.
Yeah, and she's with Roxanne and Raquel in the Judgment Day, which actually
Yeah.
her and Roxanne have a tag team title match next week at Saturday night's main event against Rhea and Io. So I think they're doing that to like throw us off, because they're like, oh, look, Liv's in the tag division. Like, she's not going to win the Rumble. You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
think she's going to win the Rumble.
I think they're trying to be, and I appreciate this about WWE, but they're trying to be less predictable.
Yeah,
But
makes sense.
sometimes the right decision to make is the most predictable one, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
if it's just like right there and it makes sense, just do it. Even though everyone knows it's coming, just do it anyway. But
like, would I have wanted Charlotte to win the Rumble last year, even though she was like a surprise and no one knew she was coming back? No, I don't think she should have won.
Well, that's a lot of people said they don't think she should have won, because they thought it was too predictable, because there were all these promos saying that she's coming back, she's going to be in the Rumble, and they're like, oh my God, Charlotte Flair wins everything. Why is she?
Even though she had been out for so long, it's like, okay, she was out with this major ACL injury for like a whole year. You mean to tell me she comes back and, you know, goes up against all these women in this ring and she wins the whole thing?
Well, and I think so, like last year, not to like harp on last year again and not like to even trying to be a hater, but I think the Rumbles are at their best too when there's like an element of like, I don't know who's going to win. Like, I don't even remember the final 4. I think last year was like Charlotte, Roxanne, Bailey, and Nia. And when you look at that, and they didn't even have like that final 4 like stare down where it's like, oh, who's gonna win? Like, it could be Bailey, it could be Nia. Like, it was just all of a sudden like, oh, Nia's out. Oh, like all the, you know what I'm saying? You're just like, what? You know, it's like it all happens so quickly. But I like the element of drama towards the end. But like when you look at those 4 last year, it was so obvious that Charlotte was gonna win.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're not going to give it to Bailey. They're not going to give it to Roxanne. Roxanne was still in NXT at the time. They're not going to give it to Nia. She just lost the title. Bailey, like, wasn't really doing much at that time. So I'm like, I like the element of drama and surprise. And that's why, like, for this year, like not to like skip ahead, but like Bianca Belair is another one that is rumored to return from her injury
Yeah.
and win the Rumble.
I could see that
Because she's
happening.
been out since WrestleMania with a finger injury, which you would think like, oh, it's only her finger, but I guess it's a really difficult injury to come back from.
Yeah.
Because like you don't realize how much you use your fingers, and if your finger like breaks, it's like it's really hard to come back for that, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but that would be the same thing as last year. I would
Mhm.
love for Bianca to be in the match, but it's like I don't want a repeat moment of last year where it's like
She
Bianca's
doesn't
like
need to
coming
win.
back and
Yeah.
like she just came back from injury and she won the Royal Rumble. Like I'd like it to be like where you see the journey, the chase. Like Liv came back at Survivor Series, so she's been active like
Yeah.
December, January, like in other storylines and stuff. So
I think she's been back for like long enough to
yeah,
get into the Rumble and win. Like it's not her debut in the Rumble from an
yeah,
injury, you know?
exactly. It's not like her
To
return moment because it's like those moments are fun, but like you just did that last year.
I
Let's do
guess
something a little bit different.
my thought process behind it, I know it's all entertainment, but my thought process behind it is if someone's coming back from a major injury, I feel like it's kind of hard to think that they could win something like the Royal Rumble right
Right.
off the bat. So for me, it's like, I think it could be Liv just because she's been back for like a few weeks now.
Plus, it's like Liv is like developing these storylines. She's able to like develop the storylines of like, you know, a little bit of tension between her and Raquel. You know what I'm saying? And like her like eyeing Stephanie Vaquer, who's the women's world champion. I feel like it's like those little moments where you're like, ooh, like that'd be cool. But like with Bianca, you don't have any of those moments because she's not on TV right now.
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess who's she gonna challenge? Which, like I said, that's exciting, but we just had that moment last year with Charlotte. I want to see something like different this year. Not like I would love for Bianca to be in the Rumble, but just
Mhm.
maybe not win it or have like a moment where like she's the final two and she gets out.
Right.
You know,
Another person I would like to see win, but I think it's kind of far fetched and I don't think it'll happen,
Mhm.
is Alexa Bliss.
Oh my God. So that was my answer to the first question of like, who are you most excited to see in the Rumble? Like Alexa Bliss is definitely one I'm excited to see in the Rumble. She hasn't been on top in a while.
She
used to be
hasn't.
like she hasn't been a world champion since 2018.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I would love to see Alexa Bliss be like kind of like a dark horse and win the Rumble. Like,
And that kind of brings me back to like when you introduced me to the Royal Rumble and just like WWE in general, like really watching the matches, like she was kind of the it girl at that time. She was like number one. She had really great like character like storylines going on.
mm-hmm.
And so like now she's kind of like back cuz she was, had a baby and stuff. So she had been
Yeah.
out for a little bit, but now she's been back.
Yeah.
And I feel like, again, like it's kind of like a Liv Morgan situation. It's like if it's anyone's time, like I feel like it's her time. Like, and I kind of always call like Liv and Alexa like twins because they literally like they kind of just look like they're morphed into one because they're both like very blonde and they're short.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like a lot of people, especially people that like don't really follow WWE, would get them confused.
Yeah, because they're just like both like pretty and blonde.
Right.
You know.
Their gimmicks are a little different. Like they're like outfits and stuff, but like they look pretty similar.
Yeah,
But-
no, like there's really heavy hitters in the Rumble this year. Like, no one has, as of this moment, and we're recording like before Monday Night Raw
Mhm.
tonight, so obviously we don't know. But no one has declared for the Women's Royal Rumble yet. And it's like 2 weeks away. So you're like, we don't even know. It's literally 2 weeks from today away.
That's a thing
And so
too.
we're
We
like,
never know
we
who's
don't even
gonna
know
be in
who's
it.
going to be in it. So like, but people that are like, probably going to be in it is like Alexa, Charlotte, Rhea, Io, Raquel. Like there's a bunch of heavy hitters. Like Jordan Grace just came into the main roster. There's tons. But like what's interesting about this Rumble too is the women's tag division is on fire right now.
Yeah.
Like there's so many tag teams, even Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. So what I'm excited about this year's Rumble is like the potential, and I'm like hoping they do it, fingers crossed, is like these like tag battles in the Rumble and like storylines and like dissension between tag teams. Cause it's like, oh, well, Nia and Lash are like dominating and they're in the ring at the same time, but it's like both of them want to go to WrestleMania because there's only one spot in the main event of WrestleMania that they both want to go for. So like, are they going to turn on each other? So like, there's Bailey and Lyra are a tag team. You know, there's Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne in Judgment Day. There's so many tag teams this year. Kiana, James, and Julia. Chelsea and Alba. Like, there's so many tag teams. And it's like, that's really exciting to see, like, you know, the tag battles, like, and who could potentially be, like, going at it.
Well, and it's funny that you should bring up the tag, like, situations going on, because that's, like, a really big part of why I think Alexa Bliss could win, because her tag team partner is Charlotte Flair.
I know.
So who else is gonna bring her to the top other than Charlotte?
Yeah, and like, there's Asuka and Kairi Sane too. Like, I'm like thinking of all these freaking tag teams.
And I'm like, I feel like that's just a really big, like, flag waving.
Yeah.
Like, Alexa might win just because her tag team partner is Charlotte Flair.
And then you have to think about the girls who don't have tag team partners. They're going to be, like, at a disadvantage in this Rumble. Mm-hmm. You think about people like, you know, gosh, I can't even think right now. But, like, if B-Fab is in it, I know she has a concussion. Like, her and Michin are kind of like a tag team, but not really. I don't know. Mm-hmm. On and off. But, like, she goes in the ring, or Ivy Nile, somebody like that, they're at a disadvantage because they don't have a tag partner to, like, watch their back in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, so what surprises do you want to see in the Rumble this year? Because, you know, we love the surprises. Last year, we got Nikki Bella, Trish Stratus, Alexa Bliss. So, like, Jordan Grace was a surprise. There were so many NXT girls.
I'm always going to stand like this just because, like, I feel like it's iconic and it needs to happen. But since Nikki Bella came back last year and now she's on the roster, like, she's out there.
Yeah.
Doing matches. So she's back on WWE. I'd love to see Brie come out and tag team it with Nikki in the ring and just like do that whole thing. I know she made an appearance like maybe a few years ago.
Yeah, Brie was in the 2022 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and then she had that moment
you talk about the tag teams. Then all of a sudden you have the Bella Twins in there mixing it up with the tag division. I think they're going to
throw all the tag teams off if she comes back. And I feel like that would be exciting to see. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't know.
So there's a disconnect right now because of Brie Bella's husband, Daniel Bryan, is with AEW.
Right.
He's like a main person at AEW, which is WWE's main competition.
Yeah.
So that's a barrier right now to why they don't want to bring Brie back because of that reasoning of like that his connection and like I don't know. I think that's kind of dumb, but I think it's gonna be. I think that like it's gonna happen
because think about it. All the tag teams, all the girls already know all the tag teams. They know their competition. You know, Nikki comes in there. She's probably gonna be in the Rumble.
Yeah,
I feel like she's back. She doesn't do too many matches, so I feel like being in the Rumble is just kind of like self-explanatory for her.
I know. Well, I hope so.
Oh,
it's in Saudi Arabia this year. So that's why it's
going to be there.
That's why it's at 11 a.m. this year, which is, I honestly personally love that. But it's in Saudi Arabia, so like that's a long flight to go, and like it's gonna be hard to hide people because like usually they like put them in like black like clothing and like sneak them in the back door so no one sees.
The last time Brie came back on the Royal Rumble, she had a really big moment in the ring.
She did, yeah.
Where like when she came in, she got like the crowd to do like all this stuff.
The yes chant.
Yeah, and she was just like living her best life in that moment. And I think that I saw like a documentary or something where she said like that moment meant a lot to her. It was like such a big moment for her in her whole career.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you mean to tell me if Brie doesn't get an opportunity to come be a surprise in the Royal Rumble, you're telling me she's gonna
she would not reject it. I think she's said multiple times she's waiting for WWE to call her. But can we talk about the fact that it's in Saudi Arabia? The girls are going to be in like freaking bodysuits this year.
Well, hopefully they can't show.
Well, I'm like the outfits are like and I know we'll talk about it in our Rumble review in a couple of weeks. But I know we talk about the gear. The gear is going to be really interesting this year because like the last they've been getting a little more lenient with what the girls can wear. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that it's a little more like flare than what they have been wearing in the past. But in the past it's been all like bodysuits, which there's only so much you can do with a bodysuit because they can't show any skin. So
Well,
we'll see what the girls are gonna pull out.
At least no one's gonna get fined.
And everyone's gonna have new gear.
Yeah.
Some of the girls don't have new gear for Rumble. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to get.
Well, that's good. I mean, maybe even wearing like bodysuits like that, people, these girls are still gonna come out and slay.
They're gonna slay
and just put on a good show. And I feel like that's the most important thing.
So there's also AJ Lee. I don't know if you know much about her, but she returned recently, and you saw her at Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. She's so over, and like she's on the roster now, but she's kind of like Nikki, where they're on the roster but they're part time. Mm-hmm. So her and Nikki are like arch rivals. Yeah. From like back in the day. So I would love to see them have a moment in the Rumble where AJ Lee and Nikki face off.
I think they are like for sure. Like I just can't. There's so many girls that need to be in this match.
I know.
So it's like
there's only 30 spots. So I'm like, fuck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's 30 spots. Like if you look at everybody that's in like WWE, like for women, like. That's almost like everybody, but not quite. There's like maybe because it's like
they're with main roster. There's like I don't know exactly how many girls are on the main roster excluding injuries right now. But then you have to take into account they probably are gonna throw in some NXT girls. Probably like one person from TNA.
I know they put NXT girls in there, and
I'm like
I love that, but I think maybe they should only do like one or two because it's like there's a lot of girls like. Yeah. In the main roster and like people that finally like kind of made their way up and who have been on the main roster for a while that deserve to have like that moment where NXT is still like development. You're still learning, and then I feel like once you make it onto the main roster, then you should have your spot in the Royal Rumble.
I agree. I think that it's unfair that like some girls that are on the main roster, but it's like that is their time to like test how the crowd reacts to NXT girls.
I feel like
so like this year you can plan on probably Sol Ruka being, I don't know if you know her, but she's super like athletic. Mm-hmm. And then I'm hoping that JC Jane's in because she's the NXT champion and she was in Toxic Attraction with Mandy.
Oh yeah, okay.
She's the last one left in the company.
When's Mandy coming back?
You know what? So speaking of that, not to sidetrack too much, but
sorry, I'm like here. I'm like asking the question.
TNA and WWE have that partnership,
Okay.
Like it's another wrestling company. It was what Jordan Grace was in and everything. Mm-hmm. They just got a deal with they're on AMC TV. I don't know what the hell that is. But Sonya Deville is in TNA now. Oh. And so is Cora Jade, and Cora and Sonya and Mandy are all like really good friends. So they're saying that Mandy might like pop up in TNA, which they have a partnership. Yeah. And Alicia Fox is in TNA too.
What the heck?
So
wait, Alicia Fox is in TNA?
Yeah, there's so many girls.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, but they were in WWE and there's rumors that they're coming back to WWE, or they were in TNA. They might come back to WWE.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of rumors of who can be in the Rumble this year, and I think that they will. You remember Xia Li?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw her debut on SmackDown.
You literally bought her shirt and then she never came back.
I know, literally. And we saw her debut on SmackDown all those years ago. Mm-hmm. She is a TNA Knockouts champion right now. So that's the TNA World Champion.
Yes, girl.
So she might be in the Rumble as a surprise.
Okay.
Her name isn't Xia Li, obviously, because WWE owns that. It's Lei Ying Li. But they're on different names in TNA because it's different companies.
Right. Okay, makes sense.
So she might be in. Those are the surprises. Do you know who Paige is? Have you seen Fighting with My Family, the movie that The Rock is in?
Yes, I know who Paige is, yeah.
There's rumors she's coming back because she was in AEW.
How old is
She's like only a few years older than us. She started when she was 19.
Oh, wow.
So she's only like 32 or 33.
Oh.
She's so young.
So for some reason I thought she was a lot older.
No, because she started when she was so young. Like she was on the main roster like 21 or something.
That's crazy. She's coming back.
So she was in AEW.
Rumored to come back.
She was in AEW and her contract expired last year. And what's funny about that is her and AJ Lee used to be friends and partners and and so I'm thinking like imagine this, like Brie and Nikki in the ring with AJ Lee. Like double teaming her, and then Paige enters at like number 30.
Ooh,
and
I got goosebumps.
Goes in teams with AJ Lee against the Bella Twins, like they did like, back in the day when the Divas barely even got WrestleMania moments, and they went a tag team match against each other.
See, I don't
So,
even
like,
know.
it's the lore. You have to know the lore in order to, like,
I don't
get
even
excited. You have
know.
to know. And I'm, like, getting chills, too. Because I'm
See,
like, oh,
and
my
I
God.
don't even know Paige that well, but I did watch that. Whatever you just said.
So many people have watched it. Even people that are like, oh, WWE, it's like Fighting with My Family. I've seen that movie. I'm like, oh, crazy.
I think you had me watch it, or you told me to watch it, so I
Yeah.
watched it. Geez, that movie came out kind of a while ago.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember it too well, but I know enough.
Yeah.
Where that would be really cool if she came back.
Yeah, because she's a big name and she's still so young. She had to retire because she had a career-ending neck injury.
Yeah.
So she was out, and she like retired when she was like 26 or something. Then she got cleared, went and did a little run in AEW, and now she is done with AEW, so she's a free agent. So I don't know. That's two different things because there's always got to be a big surprise at number 30.
See, that's getting me just as much as excited if like Brie comes back too.
Well, and also like we can't gloss over the fact that like I know like everyone's like I'm sick of Trish, but like Trish,
I will never be upset seeing Trish. I'm so sorry.
Trish. No, I won't. She's 50 now, and I feel like so. Rumor is she was supposed to do a bigger run last year for her 25th anniversary, but her mom died.
Oh,
So it was really hard on her.
that's
Like
sad.
poor thing. Like Trish is such a good person. I haven't met her personally, but I would love to one day. And I think she wants kind of that like maybe redemption of like coming in and doing like a little run or something.
I also love Lita. I think
Oh my God, I
I
love
think
Lita.
she's awesome. Now, like obviously I will not be upset if Trish is in there at all.
Yeah.
I love seeing Trish. Now, I love Lita like just as much. But if she is taking away spots from these surprises that we want to see,
I know.
I could deal with having Lita sit out this one.
I know because there's so many freaking girls I want
been in
this
a
year.
few, I think the past few years Rumbles.
She's been in like
I think
she was in the last one she was in was 2022.
Okay, so she's been
been in a few. I'd like to see new girls that haven't been like the divas from the past that haven't been in a Rumble yet.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten their moment. I'd like to see Victoria. Like I know because she was in during COVID.
Yeah.
No fans. Lisa. We love Lisa.
Oh my God. Her name is not coming to my head, but I know exactly who she is. The Mrs. wife.
Maurice. Maurice has never been in a Rumble.
We still have yet to see Maurice come in. Now, is she going to last very long? No.
No, 2 minutes.
She's going to last like a few seconds, but I don't think she really wrestles anymore, does she?
No, she doesn't really wrestle anymore, but I feel like if she was given the opportunity, because the Miz is still there,
yeah,
I feel like she might want to. I don't know,
and
though.
I don't think people would be mad to see Maurice come
also
in.
Kelly. People are rumored because Kelly has said she wants to come back and do a little run.
Didn't her ass come in a Royal Rumble? Like,
Kelly's been in so many Rumbles. She's been in at least 3, I think.
Because there was one year, was it last year? Was she in the Rumble last year?
No, not last year.
Okay,
it
then
was
the year
2022
before.
She was the last one.
2022.
Yeah.
I just remember she came in looking like Barbie. I remember
she was so
that
good.
outfit was Barbie. I was like, oh, that's Barbie because she has like bleach blonde hair.
But I think with Triple H in charge now, like, and I kind of like this. I don't think he really brings girls back unless they're gonna stay for like a storyline.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's good because I think that if you're gonna bring them out and like you were saying, take a spot away from one of the girls that are there, like have them do a little like storyline like Trish did, like Nikki. You know, Alexa Bliss obviously signed back with a contract. So, like, yeah, I think have them do, like, a storyline with at least, like, one person and then, like... Because
I feel like people need to realize, like, these girls are, like, this is their job. They are working to try to get to that top spot. Yeah. And so it's, like, when someone who used to be there comes back and they're just coming back for like a little cameo, that's taking one of those girls'
But then
spot.
there's two sides of the spectrum because then you admit, like the girls in the Divas era fought so hard to get 2 minutes of screen time. Right. And they didn't have the opportunities the girls of today have. Like they didn't have Royal Rumble matches. They didn't have like barely WrestleMania matches, no Elimination Chambers, Money in the Bank. All of this is like brand new for the girls, like within the past 10 years. So I would see like, you know, someone from the past being like, damn, like it would be cool to like go out there and actually experience it. And they did help pave the way for the girls of today.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to think of the pops because, you know, like someone on the lower end of the card when they come in or like NXT, like there's no pop. Like no one really cares.
Right.
Like I know it sounds bad, but nobody really cares because the fans aren't really like invested in them.
Right.
As opposed to like a legend from the past, they're gonna actually get up and like cheer.
I would much rather have a legend come back than see like a bunch of NXT girls in there because it's like they're still in development. They're you know trying to get their footing set on their character, like who they are, like their acting, like all of that. And even their wrestling style.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure that out. That's the whole point of NXT. It's development. So they're trying to get that all figured out. They're seeing who the crowd likes and where, you know, who needs improvement.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think if they are going to put any NXT girls in there, they need to put maybe like the top 2 girls and that is it.
I think it should be limited to like 2 or 3 because last year I'm pretty sure they had like 5 of them in there.
Yeah.
And the spots last year last year was so bad. The spots didn't even make any sense last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was watching it, I was like, what are they do? Like this doesn't make any sense. And like a lot of it was the same spots that they did in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Like repeated again. Like when Jordan Grace and Naomi are hugging again, like they did in and then it was just so, I don't know, it was weird. Like last year was just so bad. So like, obviously, there's a lot of surprises we want to see and a lot of things we want to happen. But at the end of the day, I just hope that it's a good match and that it's like there's little micro feuds happening in the match and like setting up storylines for the WrestleMania and Elimination Chamber PLEs. So ultimately, who's your pick to win? Like, who do you? I know you said Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, like I feel like definitely Liv, Alexa Bliss, and if I had to pick one more, man, I feel like that's like kind of hard. And it's like I almost feel like those two, like Liv is definitely I feel like the top dog that everyone wants to win, that could potentially win based off of everything that's going on. Alexa Bliss is just kind of like a shot in the dark, I feel like. And
like the dark horse pick, because there's a lot of them. They're like, you know, you could, even though Rhea and Io are the tag champions, you could give it to one of them. You could give it to Charlotte again, even though people would be pissed.
No, I'm
sorry.
Nia,
you can't ever rule out Nia.
I'm sorry, but if Charlotte wins again, I don't think I'm ever going to watch her Rumble ever again.
You're like, I'm done. You're
Listen,
like, but Bianca, like, I want to see Bianca against Jade. That's the match everyone wants to see, and Jade is the women's champion.
Yes.
But they don't have to do that by having her win the Rumble. She could win the Chamber again or get in another way.
So listen.
Let me know.
I didn't even throw this out when we were talking.
Okay.
But I feel like Naomi's going to come back.
Well, Naomi's still pregnant.
Well, then they fucked that. She fucked everything up.
I know. Well, that's what happened.
So listen, she could have been in the Rumble, won the Rumble, and then versed Jade.
So Naomi, like, I'm so happy for her that she's starting a family. Like, I know this is what she really wanted.
Yeah.
But the timing was terrible.
I was like, she fucked up.
She literally was the women's world champion and had to vacate it, and she finally got back to the top spot, and then all of a sudden she's like, damn, I'm fucking pregnant.
See, guys, like, I don't know everything.
She, like,
but
has
I feel like
to. She's probably going to have her baby, I think, sometime in the spring. So she might come back in Royal Rumble 2027.
I mean, like, yes, Bianca could verse Jade, but at the same time, it's like, well, Naomi really did attack Jade. So it's like, why would she want to verse Jade?
But now Jade is a heel, though. And Jade is, like, acting like she's a top dog. Like, and Jade did tell Bianca, she's like, I don't need you. She's like, I don't need you.
Okay,
and
so they
were creating that before Bianca got her finger injury. But
now I feel like the other person though I would pick though just to get it out there is not that I really want this person to win, but I could see this person winning is Rhea Ripley.
I know. I wouldn't really want Rhea to win, but I like Rhea a lot more than like when Rhea won in 2023, I was so pissed. I was like, fuck. Like she was so dominant. It was like no one had a chance. So I was like, okay, I would be okay. I think my main pick, though, is I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan.
Okay.
And I think she'll challenge probably Stephanie Vaquer at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't see her doing Jade. It doesn't really make sense.
Should we do a wild card?
Let's do a wild card one, like a shot in the dark. Because don't forget, even though we don't talk about the men, Jey Uso won the men's Rumble last year. And he eliminated John Cena. And everyone was like, John Cena's gonna win. It's his last Rumble. He's gonna win. And Jey Uso like was like a dark horse pick, which no one was really like predicting him.
Yeah.
And he just won out of nowhere. So it's possible. So I'm saying with this booking, and you watch WWE Unreal.
Yeah. So,
you know?
So I know it seems like I freaking hate Charlotte Flair. I don't. I watched Unreal and I actually really, really like Charlotte.
Yeah.
But I don't like that she pretty much won like 9 out of 10 matches she has.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know they build that up to make her seem like this unstoppable, like powerhouse. And I love that. But I feel like you gotta win some, you gotta lose some.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, so I love her, but I truly, like, if she wins, I don't think I'm gonna watch it anymore.
Well, because it'd be fun if a new person won the Rumble, you know, that hasn't won before, which Liv hasn't won.
See, that's
She's
what
been
I
the
love.
runner-up, like, freaking 2 years. She was the runner-up in 2023 and 2024, like, the last girl that went out. But Charlotte against Jade would be such a good match.
Yeah, that's
so I'm
the
also
thing.
just like, fuck, that would be so good to see.
It depends. It really just depends on
But
how
she
long.
doesn't need to. She has never been in an elimination chamber match. Charlotte has never competed in an elimination chamber. So
Really?
personally, if they're gonna do Charlotte against Jade, have her win the elimination chamber.
Yeah.
If Bianca's not cleared to come back, have her win the chamber, and don't have her win the Rumble again, because it's just like nobody wants to see that. She's a baby face now, so you
Yeah.
don't want her to get all this like heat and like getting booed. You want her to get cheered.
Yeah.
Which her partnership with Alexa has really helped with that. Because
Yeah. Oh my god.
but I don't know. I think, is that your wild card pick, Charlotte?
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
my wild card, you're gonna be like shook. This is like, that's why this is called a wild card.
Yeah, no, you
Because
never
we're
know.
throwing this shit out
You
here.
never
And
fucking-
we're just doing it. So the reason I'm picking this person,
I think I know who it's gonna be.
Nikki Bella.
Oh, Nikki Bella.
So I'm picking Nikki Bella because of Stephanie back here.
and
Because
yeah.
she lost at Survivor Series against Stephanie. And she's kind of like a heel, and so Nikki's kind of like a heel now.
And Nikki's
she's-
character work is so good right now.
She's
Like,
not
as a
gonna.
heel,
They're
she's
not
doing
gonna
so
have
good.
her challenge Jade. She's gonna challenge Stephanie because she wants that title.
Yes.
So I could see her winning, but I could see her winning because Brie comes in and helps her.
And that adds a new element to the storyline because now all of a sudden Brie's in the mix too. And Nikki, I just hope Nikki has a WrestleMania match because I feel like this
Yeah.
will be her last one. She's about to retire. So this is really probably her last year that she's going to be active in 2026, I'm assuming. So let her have her WrestleMania moment. I think for my wild card pick, I know Asuka won the first Women's Royal Rumble, but honestly, Asuka versus Stephanie Vaquer would be such a good match.
Okay.
But they're making Asuka look so weak. Like Asuka and Kyrie lose every single match that they're in. So I'm like, they were building Asuka up and now they make her seem like she's so weak. So I'm like, Asuka's probably going to retire soon too. So I'm like, I wouldn't really mind Asuka winning again because she hasn't won since the first ever. And she's such a different character than who she was back then. So I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm like, if I had to pick like a wild card pick, I would pick Asuka. But ultimately, I'm going Liv Morgan. I really hope so. You can't see it, but under this, I have my Liv Morgan shirt on.
I love that.
But I think Liv deserves it. It's her moment. Like she's so popular and she's so over. And there's, you know, and Stephanie might even be the champion because Raquel has a match against Stephanie for the title.
Yeah.
Raquel could win it.
I was like, if Liv isn't the one that wins, I feel like we are going to maybe be surprised with who does win because I truly don't think they're going to pick Charlotte. I don't think so. And it's like, really, if you think about it, everybody else is kind of up in the air other than Rhea. I feel
They
like
could pick Io, but she's the tag champ with Rhea. I don't really think Io needs it.
I think the ones that I wouldn't be surprised, like if they did win, would be Charlotte and Rhea.
Yeah.
Like, but if those two don't win, I feel like everybody else is kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, and if Liv doesn't win, you're like, oh, like who's gonna win this?
I know, so I just hope there's like a Final Four, like face off, whatever. A little bit of drama, not like last year. But let us know, comment, who do you want to win the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble? And if they do win, who do you think they should face at WrestleMania for the title? Let us know, and we'll be back in 2 weeks to break down